What is going on, everyone? This is Autumn Marie coming at you from the cage with a Star Wars react/discussion video. In case you didn't know, I'm actually kind of a big fan of Star Wars. I haven't done much Star Wars content on my channel just because I've been focusing a lot on Pokemon and there hasn't been too much news in the Star Wars end because I tried to avoid spoilers with Star Wars, although I do watch like Pokemon Sword and Shield rumor videos, but when it comes to Star Wars, I try to stay a little bit away just because there's a lot of people who just are behind the scenes kind of trying to leak information. I really don't want to be spoiled for the movie, whereas being spoiled for a video game doesn't mean as much for me. But I was, working on lesson plans as you do when classes start this week and you're very behind on your prep work. And I saw on Twitter somebody with a really weird looking Rey GIF on their tweet. And I was like, that's weird. I haven't seen that before. So apparently during the D23 big Disney Expo convention, whatever it's called thing, they released a new trailer for the Rise of Skywalker, which is the third installment in the new sequel trilogy to the sequel trilogy, or the original trilogy, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I will admit I am a big fan of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I know they're very controversial. A lot of people do and don't like them. But I am kind of excited, so I just wanted to give this trailer a look to see if it's legitimate. From what it seems like, there are some news outlets reporting on it. That was, of course, my email. But we're going to see if this is legitimate or not. So I took a quick break to kind of just look at this. And we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I should confirm this first before making the video? D23. So it does say leaked trailer. That one says 2 months ago, but yeah, so it seems as though a lot of the news outlets are reporting on this. Who is this from? Oh, it's from the Star Wars website. Okay, we're going to watch the actual Star Wars website one because that one will, or the Star Wars YouTube one, because that one will be more legitimate than the random one I found on the internet. All right. I'm excited. Let's give this a look. Oh, Leia. I miss Carrie Fisher's existence.
We've passed on all we know. A 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Faye! Oh.
Your journey. Yes, it's in.
What? Okay, I know you can't see the goosebumps because I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, but oh, the goosebumps. So we didn't get a whole bunch of like new information until like here. So we're gonna go take a quick look at that. I'm also, I will admit, the same as my Pokemon review videos / reaction discussion, whatever you want to call them. I am not the most well-versed person in Star Wars, so like, I might know what I'm talking about, I might not know what I'm talking about. It's just, yeah. So we do see them on some sort of planet. I don't know if it's a new planet or not. It is deserty, but just because it's a desert doesn't mean it's Tatooine or Jakku. Maybe someone else who knows more about the culture and the lore of Star Wars would be able to tell. But we do see all of our companions traveling together. Rey's got her bow staff, which is always great to see that's still there. There's 3PO coming up in the back. Beautiful Carrie Fisher sad cries all around. Story of a generation. So we do see the Falcon here with a bunch of X-Wings and I think some other ships in the back. Maybe Y-Wings? A-Wings? Rebel ships, a bunch of Star Destroyers. I think this is one of the new characters that's supposed to be in this film. And it looks like... I don't think... No, because those are the Knuckles. So someone else back here is piloting this ship. It almost looks like they're in a storm or at night or underwater. Story of a generation comes to an end. So red-eyed 3PO. Huge beam of energy coming down, hitting this planet. It looks to be like an icy or watery planet. Also, the music in this trailer was just fantastic. Just the perfect way to get the chills going. So we do see Rey with her lightsaber that did get destroyed in Last Jedi. It seems as though she repaired it, which makes sense if she still has those books from the tree that Luke and the Ghost of Yoda were at on Ahch-To, because they would probably have information about how to build and repair lightsabers. And it looks like she's just fighting a training droid. And she just barely misses the droid, it seems like. The droid veers up and she hits the tree. I don't know if it's a training droid. It might be a spy droid, but it reminds me a lot of the training droid from New Hope that Luke was fighting against, I think, on the Falcon en route to another planet. So Rey's got some sort of ribbon here and a stick. Oh, it's her lightsaber. I'm not sure what the ribbon is supposed to be. Maybe just, I don't know, training things. Who knows? I'm not a Jedi. And then we see Kylo, of course, my least favorite character. Everyone's like, oh my god, Rey and Kylo together. I'm like, go away. He's walking on a stormy planet. Ignites his lightsaber. And it seems as though him and Rey are gonna fight, which is wonderful because, like, I always love watching Rey kick some Kylo butt. This kind of reminds me of the scene in the first trailer where they were walking to the beach trying to find ruined parts of the Death Star. So perhaps these are some of the parts that fell from the destruction of the Death Star onto this planet, and Kylo has followed them to this area to fight. And it's cool because you can see their reflection in the water on this piece of machinery or equipment or whatever when they're fighting. So essentially the whole premise is that everything that they've taught, like the Jedi, is falling into Rey all those generations. This is what's interesting to me. First of all, just this concept of a lightsaber that's red that then falls down it becomes a double blade, right? I've been dying literally on the inside for Rey to have a dual-bladed lightsaber, and it makes sense. I don't want to hear all of those, she's a Mary Sue people. She was trained in a bow staff. She used it in the first movie. You saw her fight with it. Therefore, she has some experience in two-hand weapon combat. I'm so sick of people being like, oh, well, she couldn't have a double lightsaber, blah, blah, blah. It's like, did you miss the whole part of the movie where she was fighting with a two-handed weapon earlier? Like, this is also, I think, supposed to take place after a several year, I think 2 or more year time gap. Definitely has time to learn. What concerns me is that Rey is appearing to be on the dark side here. I hope that doesn't happen. I am so very worried that they're going to, like, take Rey's character in a direction that I don't like. I'm very attached to Rey, but I don't know. This makes me wonder if they're taking her kind of in a Bastila Shan route from the Knights of the Old Republic, where she was like a Jedi who was like on the good, but depending on how much you built up your character's relation to her would determine whether or not you're able to save her from falling to the dark side when she's exposed to like a certain event. And I don't want to spoil the games, especially if they're going to be coming out with a movie, even though the games are like, I think 10 years old by now. But I do get like those kind of vibes from this scene. But I also feel like it might be a vision. Part of me feels like this is a vision that Rey might be seeing of herself. Like how she had that vision the last time that she kind of like went down into the dark side and saw like all those like reflections of herself and trying to find the answer to her parents and things like that. Part of me thinks this might be a vision. I personally don't want Rey to follow the dark side. Or it might even just be a facade she puts on to like trick someone. I don't know. So that part does kind of worry me. And then the rest is just zooming into the title. So it does definitely make me excited for the movie to see what's going to happen. But at the same time, I'm like, anxiety. Why did I watch this? So I'm actually going to go back to the normal playback speed. And I just want to watch. Not from there. From here again. I want to watch this like with full music and everything. One more time.
Your journey. Here's its end.
Yeah, I think that was Palpatine in the background saying your journey nears its end before they did the Rey Sith reveal. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. So I hope that you enjoyed this random Star Wars react/discussion breakdown. Sorry, it seems like there's a lot of noise going around, but I'm the only one home on this floor. So if I don't make another video in the future, you know I've been murdered. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks for stopping by to check this out. I will again say that I am not the most well-versed in Star Wars. I just got really excited that this was here, and I was at home when I found out, whereas when I was out of my house when I found out about the first Rise of Skywalker trailer. That's why I didn't do a react to it. Otherwise I would have, but I was like, new trailer, must watch now. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this and want to have a discussion about more Star Wars-y things, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for stopping by to check this out. In the meantime, this is Autumn Marie signing off.